efforts in building a continent free from human rights violations by establishing mechanisms that guarantee international justice and the long-term goal of ensuring sustainable peace on the continent.
Africa, as peaceful as we can, as prosperous as we can, as united as we can. This is the dream of not the heads of state and government, but this is the dream of the African people. This is your dream, it is my dream, it is our children's dream. And nobody, no one can take this dream away from us. And the dream must come real and must become a reality one day. But who can make that dream a reality? It is you and me.
The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Mama Fatima Singate, described the forum as a strategic meeting point as it creates the possibility of engaging all pertinent stakeholders in issues affecting their constituents, thereby encouraging understanding and support among stakeholders within the community.
Over the years, we have witnessed a rise in the number of NGOs within the African continent, which undoubtedly is as a result of the increase in pluralism and democracy within African states. It is therefore pertinent that respective governments and NGOs within the continent work closely together to enforce the human rights principles enshrined in the Charter.
Recommendations and resolutions emanating from this session will be forwarded to the African Commission for consideration during the 54th Ordinary Session, scheduled to commence after this forum, also in Banjul. Meanwhile, this drama staged by the Youth Alliance Group is calling for African unity as well as the promotion of human and people's rights for the purpose of African development. A vivid summary of what this NGO forum is working towards achieving. Louis Mendy, Grts.
The trade in beads is common among the Laobers, and they have been involved in the business for centuries. And despite the changing times and with significant influences of other cultures, beads still remain useful items in some households. Arohi Bitey went to one of the busiest markets where she met some traditional bead sellers.
Still believed in the power of some of these traditional products. The people involved in the trading of these traditional beads and other elements are commonly known as Laobers. These people are said to be from the family of Burgewil. They can be found in several markets within the country, but their line of trade still remains the same. That raises the question why they are engaged in this trade.
The reason why we sell these is because it's our culture. Our grand and great-grandparents all engaged in this trade. We are the family of Burgewil. Selling beads and these traditional elements is what we know. That is where we provide all our needs. Anything we have is from this.
These products are believed to have come from Mali, but continue to resonate well in Laobe tradition as they immensely benefit from the trade. The products, as explained by one of the traders, Buso Seka, are sometimes sold to tourists who are interested in African culture, but according to their business, have hit hard times.
Beads like peme is considered medicine traditionally. Cowries shells are also very good in some ways, and other beads are also bought for their relevance in several areas.
Wow.
These beads for children, called Bodwashe in Wolof, is generally meant for children in their infancies. These small ones, called Peme, legend has it helped children in the process of developing teeth. These and many others could be the main reason why many still purchase them.
This is why we focus on this trade. Shea butter, for example, is our tradition and culture. It comes from trees all the way from Mali. Shea butter is good for newly born babies and newly delivered women. It is also good for the young and the old. Besides, some of our products are very good. It helps women make their houses nice.
These women engaged in this trade are calling for young people to help enrich the tradition and safeguard the values of this norm so as to preserve it. Whether these traditional products remain valuable or not, these traders are still hopeful that the
U.S. politicians might have prevented the world's biggest economy from defaulting on its huge debt, but nerves are still jangling in the streets of America. We will tell you why right after this break. Welcome back. Investigations into last month's mall rampage in Kenya are revealing two things. There appears to have been 4 attackers who did all of that, and one of those men may be from Norway. That suspect's name has not been revealed, but it is clear he's a Norwegian national of Somali descent and is believed to have links to a powerful Al-Shabaab commander who lived in Norway. The possible role of the Norwegian in the last month's attack raises questions about Al-Shabaab's reach. CNN's Nima El-Bagir looks at the Norway connection.
Norwegian involved in the Westgate Mall attack. We also understand from Kenyan counter-terror sources that they are investigating links between that suspect and a high-ranking Al-Shabaab official known as Ikrima. Now, Ikrima was the target of that failed U.S. Navy SEAL grab attempt from inside Somalia a couple of weeks ago. He's also believed to be a linchpin in the organization. Many of his friends who we've been speaking to say that Ikrima speaks 6 languages. He speaks, of course, Swahili, but he also speaks Somali, Norwegian, Arabic, English, and French, which really gives you a sense of how crucial he is to the organization. It also gives a sense of how far-reaching this network is. Kenyan counter-terror sources tell CNN that while you can clearly see the attackers on that CCTV footage talking to people outside the Westgate Mall, they believe that they were receiving instructions from outside the mall and that the phone intercepts have led them all over the region, from Uganda to Somalia to other countries. They even believe that there could possibly be a link with Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula across the Red Sea. Nima El-Bagir, CNN, Nairobi.
Well, the U.S. government may be backed upon on a default on the country's debt. Didn't happen, at least for now. But many political pundits and even average Americans are afraid the next crisis is just around the corner. CNN's Chris Lawrence explains why.
Improving maternal health, using maternal mortality.
Back open for business, but for how long?
This is just for 90 days. After the 90 days, then what?
All the last deal did was set new deadlines early next year to come to a real agreement. Do you think there's any chance that the folks in that building are going to do a better job of compromising this time?
They have to.
Analyst Steve Ellis predicts there won't be any grand bargain.
I'd be happy to see a petite compromise.
Not the huge deal